Nicole Moore, Love Coach at Loveworks here with a message for you. It's time to admit it. You need a man. This is for all the single women who are in this place of wanting love, but then there's also can be a piece of us that we've been conditioned, we've been programmed with society and be a strong woman and, you know, girl power and all of that, that there can be pieces of us that aren't admitting that we need a man. And I'm not saying that you want to be in this place of, I'm so incomplete, I'm not whole, I desperately need a man. But if you actually want to find amazing love, some part of you has to open up your heart to the fact that having a man is a requirement in your life. And here's why it's a requirement in your life. I was talking with my man Mike about this morning. That's why I felt called to share this video. Women are changing all the time. So I'm about 8 months pregnant. Not sure if you can see the bump. I'm about 8 months pregnant. And my body is changing constantly. And my emotions are changing constantly. And that's amplified because of the pregnancy. But that's how women are all the time. I mean, ladies, how constant really are your emotions? Are your thoughts? Are your desires? All of it. Always changing. That's the nature of the feminine. We are always changing. And unless we have that grounded, strong, stable, masculine presence in our lives, all of that change can feel incredibly scary and very ungrounded. And so, so many women I talk to on the phone, I ask them why they want a man. And they say, I want to feel safe. I want to feel secure. And again, if that's coming from a shadow place of, I feel so insecure on my own, I feel so unsafe on my own, then we want to not reach from that place. But if you're a woman who has worked on yourself, who's happy in her own life, who is stable, it's okay to admit it, ladies, that you want and need a man. So partnership works for a reason. Feminine energy must be balanced by masculine energy. Also, men need us too. So I asked Mike, I said, how do men feel when they're single? And what he said was, because we're so constant, masculine is steady, same all of the time. Because we're so constant, when we don't have a woman, it can feel kind of boring, kind of dull. He said, women bring color to our lives. So the masculine's like the frame, and the women bring all of the beautiful color. But can you imagine all of this color and all of this change without a frame to hold you? We need to be held. We need a safe space. We need constancy in the midst of all our changing emotions. I am so grateful that I have that. And to get that, I had to actually admit I want and need a man. I am whole. I am complete. I can take care of everything on my own. I've been doing it my whole life, as probably many of you have. But I also wanted and needed a man because I didn't want to have to do everything on my own. The challenge is, if you don't have a strong, stable, committed, centered guy in your life, you're trying to do the masculine and the feminine. You're trying to be everything, and that's exhausting, and we can't do it as women. We can't do everything. So I invite you, if you haven't yet, just take a moment and admit to yourself, I want and need a man. And here's a simple way to let that feeling in. Imagine at the end of a workday, coming home, and your man is there, and he pours you a glass of wine, or if you don't drink, a cup of tea, and you can just relax into his arms. And he holds you, and he asks you about your day, and he really cares. And it doesn't matter what you've gone through, because you know you have someone there who has your back. And because he's developed and spiritual and masculine, he'll just hear you. Imagine having a man who hears you. So you can deal with all of your emotions on your own. This isn't about having someone to be dependent on. But it's a lot better when there's someone there to just hear you and be that steady space where you can go, I'm going through all of this, and we women know we don't need him to fix it, we just need him to hear it. Imagine the steadiness in your energy system from knowing that you have your man and he's here. Women spend so much energy. It's like when we're single and looking, there's some part that's always on. When am I going to meet him? Where is he? That takes up a lot of mental energy. Imagine not even having that concern, because you have a man who's consistent, who's committed, who lets you know he wants to be with you, who you know is there for you. It would free up so much energy. So my point is, as women, we are always changing. And if we are always changing like this and we don't have that steady masculine presence to balance us, and then we have to be it, it almost makes us want to break. We get tired. Versus if we have this, but then we have a strong man by our side, we're actually strengthened. So if you want that, if you have realized you need a man and you're want a man and you don't know how to get it, let me show you how to get there. So I've attracted in an amazing, amazing, amazing high quality man who's spiritual. We were literally sitting here this morning talking about masculine, feminine dynamics and spirituality, and I was reading him passages from the Gospel of Thomas, and we were discussing that this morning. Masculine, here for me, committed, safe, stable. Now, I'm a very powerful woman, and I could do it all on my own. I could, but it's tiring, and I didn't want to anymore. It's way easier when you actually just have that man that you can rest into, that is there for you. That's the safe, stable place to land. If you want that, I would love to get on the phone and speak with you. So I've opened up my calendar this week for a Get and Keep Your Man call. That's a phone call with me where we'll talk about your love life, and I'll lay out a plan for you. I'll give you my honest feedback, my consultation pretty much on what you need to do in your love life now to get the right man and keep him. Space is very limited in my calendar. That is not an urgency push, that's reality. So book now if you are ready to admit to yourself that life would be so much better with the right man. I'm not talking about a non-committal guy who is not steady and makes you feel crazy. I'm not talking about an unavailable man or a boy, because those men are doing this. They're not steady. And then you're doing this, and they're doing this, and then you feel like a crazy woman, and you're wondering why. And it's because you don't have that stable masculine presence. I'm talking about a man who's stable, who's spiritual, who's centered, who's successful, who's secure, who can be here for you. If you want that, I can 100% show you how to get him. But love isn't cookie cutter. So we need to get on the phone. I need to hear you. I need to connect to your heart, figure out what's blocking you, and then I'll give you a plan, okay? Again, spaces are limited. So to book a call with me, which is free, you have to apply via the link below. So click the link below, fill out the Get and Keep Your Man form. If there are spaces available, you will see a link there to get on my calendar, okay? If this message touched your heart today, it's because we're supposed to speak. So go do that now. And I know you're powerful. I know you are. I know you're powerful. I know you're amazing. I know you could probably do the rest of your life without a man. And maybe some part of you has thought, maybe I should just do that. But it's better when you have that man by your side. It's better when you have that man to share your heart with and share your life with. It's better when you have a soft, stable, steady place to land. And I want that for you. So let's talk, and I hope you enjoyed this video.